Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that counts down things each week to make you say the thing. That's the title of the podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Eli Uden. No, Kath. She's on a pilgrimage. She's
to where?
To kneel at the feet of famous Pakistani Thanos from AI Slap on YouTube that served to me. the great short. Everyone's favorite YouTube short.
She's working with
Thanos was
Pakistani Thanos, who there is a How to Get Your Portuguese Citizenship Pakistani Thanos edition is the one that I sent you. So they were really getting into the weeds here where I'm not sure what Pakistani Thanos has to do with, but he's like waving around saying how much he loves Ronaldo and stuff. So,
it seems like maybe Thanos like comes with the basic AI package, or maybe he's just easy for AI for some reason. Like it's easier if the guy's purple, so Thanos. Yeah, there's a lot of. I don't know if we needed to drain a lake for Thanos being AI voice going. Pakistani Thanos would snap his fingers to make the line at the chai stall go twice as fast.
That's right.
But hey, we didn't need that water.
We don't. Pakistani Thanos, not relevant. We have a very exciting guest. It's Armenian SpongeBob, everybody. He's here.
He's here.
SpongeBob is Armenian, and he's here now. And he's going to talk about all the things he does as an Armenian SpongeBob. No, we have a comedian, very funny guy who has a special coming out on January 6th, a date that we all know and cherish, called Long Story Thin on YouTube. It's Shaun Murphy, everybody.
Now let me leave, Murph.
Come on! Kath is on Rumspringa, so Shaun Murphy is joining us in the man cave. What a big cat. Pow!
Exactly.
I take that wherever I go. I hope that's okay.
No. He asked us to play that. That was part of his. Yeah, it's like he does it before he gets on stage too, as well.
Special coming out January 6th. A date known for breaking in. You know what I mean? Maybe it's your time to break into the industry, like they broke into that Capitol building.
Well, maybe the boys are sitting around planning a round two, and they need something to watch. Eli.
In a round two, yes.
It's being played on being cast to a bunch of TVs in Washington, D.C. area hotel rooms that were people arrived on buses to. So
I should be. Cool. You can steal that. I should have done this for my special, but you can steal it as guerrilla marketing. Go into like one of the Best Buys with like 2 employees and just cast your special to all the damn TVs.
Wow.
Cover every screen in the Magnolia home theater section. Shaun Murphy, do it.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and genuinely, a friend of ours from way back in the Karma days. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. One of your bits has been referenced multiple times on the pod. Is it on the special, the famous raccoon landmine bit? That is you, right?
That is me. That's on my first special, actually.
Oh wow, my God, this guy's got 2 specials, a damn fiance.
He's rolling deep.
Yeah,
that makes me feel good that it's been referenced before.
Yeah. When I think of Shaun and Karma, I think of the guy before the Karma show. You're already nodding your head. Who was doing like the what if, and it was like, what was it again? It was Men in Black rap or something?
No, Will Smith was cast in The Matrix, turned it down. What was his Matrix rap be?
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay,
yeah. And it wasn't just a couple lines. It was, he wrote the full 3 minutes. That's correct. There was a chorus, there was verses.
It was like half the set.
I was obsessed with it.
Yeah,
it activated you.
And then the other key Shaun item for me is the Rastaman Andrew Brody, which we also reference, obviously, famously,
of course.
a moment of sheer joy in SNL history.
A classic. I saw what was the Adrian Brody movie from last year? The
Brutalist.
Brutalist. I saw the Brutalist, and Adrian Brody was there. There was a Q&A. And I was like, ooh, I gotta ask him about Rasta Man. And sadly, it was a moderator-only Q&A. They probably knew there would be too many Rasta Man questions, so they got ahead of it.
No more questions about shackles. Everyone's got their hands up. It's like, okay, any more questions? And keep in mind, about the film, not about the Rasta Man performance. And all the hands go down.
Not about your band, your lifetime ban from SNL.
Man, I'm just realizing this dude should be in as many movies as he can that are the ist. I don't know. I never really.
Jamaica, man, you know.
There we go.
so good. It's not even Jamaican. One of the, I mean, not a good Jamaican accent, but like fairly easy, you know, and the one that people default to pretty easily. He's not great at it. To break that out on SNL, it's not even.
It would be like
for comedic effect,
doing like a Trump and it's horrible, and you're like, you should be able to do like a 4 out of 10 Trump. Everyone does that.
Hell,
Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, I was going to say
him out of retirement.
I was going to say a bad Trump on SNL.
You're
talking about Trump's entire first term? Is that what you're talking about?
Convincing a guy to join the team again from his fucking remote cabin to do a 4 out of 10 Trump. It's really what a masterstroke.
They should just have him host again. Give him a chance. Come on, let Trump back on. You know. Anyway, the special January 6th. That was not a joke. It is actually when it's coming out. And it's on, you said it's on Mark Norman's YouTube, correct? So we'll put a link in the description and all that. Is there anything else you want to say about it?
No, that's it. It's good. It's a nice short 42 minutes, so you don't got to waste a full hour. We're talking old school, you know, Lost with no commercials. And I don't know, that was like my reference of old TV
it's like
show.
It's like a Comedy Central hour. It's like
exactly
what I used to watch, you know, like The Amazing Jonathan, the same thing that I always, that's the only thing I ever go back to in my mind about Comedy Central from those days.
Self-deprecating comic moment. Anything you want to say to plug your special? Look, there's not a lot of it. So if you don't like it, it's not that long. Please.
Exactly. Throw it on. Don't even have to watch it. Put it on mute to go do other things. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Man,
I need that 1/1,000,000th of a cent. Okay, just give me that.
The YouTube ad money. My God. Oh yeah, and then also I to jump in now and make it all about me. I also have a bit of a plug that I want to do, not in the regular plugs, because look, we all love plugs, but you know,
you're shutting off the podcast. We all know this. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Turn in this spigot the opposite way. Stop and
unless your hands are doing dishes when the plugs start, you know, you're hitting that 10-second skip until we're past. And sometimes you miss good stuff, you know, and I'm just gonna say sometimes there's good stuff after. So
the things I've missed because my hand, or things I've listened to because my hands are wet on my phone before. But no, I'm just plugging, like so many people. I am starting a newsletter, a Substack, if you will. I know some people have problems with Substack, but I'm not asking for money through Substack. So if anything, I'm costing Substack money. So take on them, because they're giving me that sweet hosting for free, and then I'm not taking anything from them. But come out every week, just like a newsletter. I'll put the cartoons that I've gotten that have not been accepted by any reputable publications on there, and writing and other stuff. You know, I'm trying to turn it into a thing that would be cool. Like maybe get it to a point where I can have other people that I think are funny write stuff and have them do guest things on it. Anyways, you can find that at, I'm calling it Thud. So you can get it at readthud.com. There you go. Right? Just like that. That's a thud. I tried to buy thud.com. Someone's camping it. I don't know who they are, but they have a company and they have a picture of a giraffe that wants $100,000 for the domain. So I'm not getting it. It was like a crazy number. But yeah, you can check that out. Like I said, it's Substack, but it's completely free.
Minimum $100,000 for
Dude, it was crazy. It was like this stupid looking page that said, you've stumbled on a premium domain. Any interest? And then it was like, it's a giraffe. Here, I'll pull it up. Yeah, it's a giraffe. It says, this premium domain name is available for purchase. And I was like, well, let's see. And then here, there's make an offer on thud.com. And it's a form. And it's name, email, phone number, offer. And then the gray text in the offer box says offer, parenthesis, minimum, USD 100,000. And I don't have that kind of capital.
Wow. This is I'm going to go through this later. This is fascinating. This basically they have all these .coms that are just like words, basically. That's like what they collect. One of them here is deranged.com. That's only $15,000 minimum, you know, in case you want to get a hands on it.
I'm surprised that has to be a POD type band from the early 2000s. Deranged.
Yeah, no E.
The big one here that I'm seeing
trapped, deranged, all these
somebody might want to
negative descriptors.
Let the American Mafia know. Respect.com is available for these guys.
No, that's worth $100,000.
It's worth the minimum is USD $1 million for respect.com.
It's so funny the way they phrase it too, and they go USD number, because now it feels like I'm like this is like the fucking bike in Pokemon. It's like, I'm not even supposed to buy this. I have to get a ticket to get this domain. I don't have $1 million USD. USD.
$1 million
what is that?
For respect.com.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like, I'm gonna make that investment. I'm gonna take a bath.com, $500,000 for bath.
We're starting a GoFundMe for our podcast to buy respect.com for $1 million.
We're hosting ourselves at respect.com. What about only $75K for bastard.com? Oh, this rocks. I'm going to be spending so much time on this. Thank you for passing this along.
Oh yeah, they're camping a lot of it. They've got they're the internet, because they have like a weird Western themed logo, whatever this company that camps all these domains are. I feel like they see themselves as online cowboys. But
they're like a domain. I guess they're like a domain broker. They must have. Yeah, we've done over 50 million in domain transactions. Offer long-term financing and love to get creative.
Long-term financing. Oh, I can put my $1 million on Klarna. I can finance $1 million domain purchase.
Bathtub.com, $200,000. Okay, we don't have to do it
More.
anymore. I'm just. They own so many. I'm not even through the A's yet. This is crazy.
we gotta. Maybe bonus. We'll look at this.
We'll look at this. Asexuality.com. Okay, that's enough.
I will say, almost worth $1 million to have, if you can get a custom email domain at respect.com. Just people stop being mean to me. Eli at respect.com. It's like, do not fucking speak to me this way.
This guy owns respect.com? That's crazy.
I switch emails if you're being mean. You're getting emails from like my normal email, and then you say something rude, and suddenly a really stern one comes in from Eli at respect.com. Trying to teach you how to behave.
Hi at respect.com.
Admin at respect.com. I've heard you're being disrespectful. Anyways.
Now you can make an offer, it says. Now it says minimum of, but I don't know, you can make them an offer,
I can make them an offer. I can offer them $1 for thud.com. Maybe see if they jump,
Crypto.co. That's gonna be some bozos all over that one. So yeah.
But so I have readthud.com. Or you can just go to, I'm going to have, if this comes out Monday, I'll have a video out or like a little thing on my Instagram and stuff about it. But it's not out yet because I got to make it.
Read Thud, folks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. Not to, I could sense you're trying to move on. But they have,
is it crazy? Did Matt McCusker just launch a newsletter called Thud? Is that what's happening?
Well, they have athletic.com, and there is The Athletic, which was bought by the New York Times. I wonder if they literally fucked over them from getting athletic.com. That's kind of crazy.
It's probably a fuck up by them. I feel like a lot of times these people, the moment finally comes and they ask for $1 million or something, and then you just got to get the payday where you can get it.
Well, these guys appear to own enough that they
I think I think companies and stuff are a little more willing to add like a "the" or something to their website now, because nobody's, everybody's going through Google now anyways. So it's like, and you can just pay Google to have your results shot to the top or whatever. So
seems like they own enough that they're like a big landlord or something in New York where they can just lose money, or like turn down some money, assuming they'll get more later type thing, which is pretty cool. Good system to have. So it's very similar to that.
Good gig if you can get it.
Internet
ghoul, domain ghoul, keeper of domains.
Okay, I found the domain that we should try to buy. It's not $1 million, but we can talk about it.
Disrespect.com.
Turd.com. No. But we should do numbers. But check out, like I said, link in the description to both of those things. So check them out. But check out Shaun's first, because let's come on. Let's be polite to our guest here.
It's a exclusive. Choose a safe word, because we've got some hot S&M action coming at you today, player. Sounds like this.
Number 5.
Oh, S&M, Shaun and Murphy. I get it.
Man,
I was wondering for a second.
Shelby's got a writer's room going on these, because these are always a mystery. Like, he's staffing up in between when we have a guest coming on. It's really, really something. Number 5 comes to us from Frog and Toad are friends in the Discord, and this is a story from outside Melbourne in Australia, and it's there was a regatta happening, a boat race at Blair Gowrie, which is I guess just outside Melbourne. It's on the water there, and there was an animal sunbathing, a big seal named Grumpy, or nicknamed Grumpy, and he didn't want to move, and so they basically had to kind of put everything, like grind everything to a halt. And then had to like kind of go around him basically to get to their yachts to be able to do the race. So that's the way it went down.
Was he always named Grumpy, or was this a name that they gave him once he started doing this particular business? Because this is pretty grumpy behavior.
Yeah, it seems that he becomes grumpy. It says he was giving, quote, a little bit of a snort and a little bit of a grump. So he was now, to my knowledge, a grump is not a sound, really. It's more of like a, right? I don't know. I mean, is grump is that from anything? I don't know the etymology.
I feel like grumble, grumble and grump are a grump is grumbling.
Yeah.
These are very connected linguistically. But
to act in a sulky, grumbling manner. To grump. I guess there is a verb. So you can grump at someone.
I was worried this was going to take a darker turn. I thought it was going to be like they exploded him. When they do it like with whales. So I was like, they kind of just like moved around him. That's something. You
can't touch. Yeah. Seals are like beached whales, where if they're out of the water and you touch them, they explode. So you have to get them back in the water, else they blow out. Man, it's so crazy that's real. The beached whales exploding thing. You're like, surely that's just an urban legend, but no, they be blowing up if you poke them wrong.
Yeah, and how else are you gonna get rid of them? Frankly, you can't push them back out there. So, It's nice that they kind of gave him a wide berth and didn't really, because otherwise you'd have like John Cena announcing he's been taken out with
compromised
to a permanent end, that sort of thing. Now we can do our boat race and hopefully chop up some more of these guys. No,
they said they put him because he was, I guess, pretty stationary. They said they put like cones around him, basically made him just like give him a wide berth while you observe the regatta.
He's a hazard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you get a nice little picture of him there in the chat. He doesn't look thrilled.
Yeah,
he's got good mustache.
They should get him
situation.
In the water, be part of the regatta. Now there's we got kind of a Diddy Kong racing situation going on where you got to avoid the seal.
He does look grumpy.
He doesn't look thrilled. But these guys are big too. I mean, this is I think it's what kind of seal is it? I think they said it was did they say it was an elephant seal? I mean, they're
disrespectful type of seal.
Yeah, well, generally, yes. No, they don't say, but they talk about an elephant seal in a story that they link to in this story, so I thought it was maybe. But, I mean, these guys are, these are big animals. Not exactly. You can't be like, I mean, if they don't want to go, they're not going. You know what I mean? That's mostly what
yeah. Wildlife Victoria apparently advises you, if you encounter a seal, to remain at least 30 meters away. And to me,
who knows who could say how much
30 meters could be really any distance on the planet to me. If you were like, my dad is 30 meters tall, I'd be like, what's that, like 6'8"? That's like, no, I don't understand that much, but 30 meters, it feels like one of those things that could go either way, where someone was like, no, 30 meters is actually almost a mile, and you'd be like, wow, well, okay. Just keep moving.
Yeah, well, that's pretty far, but fair enough. Who am I to question the rest of the world's judgments on measurements?
I googled seal Australia. Have you know about Neil the seal?
You're gonna get a lot of results on that. What did you say though?
Neil the seal. He's big. He has 159,000 followers on Instagram. That's significantly more than me. How many specials does Neil the seal have? 0.
He does good. Neil the seal does good reels. Look, he posts every day. That's what you got to do. You got to post every day.
That's a big thing.
He does sketches.
Manager.
he does a lot of front-facing comedy. Neil has a lot of characters that he does.
CAA taking 10% of his fish heads. Then he posts every day. He keeps up. He's got a consistent posting schedule.
Now he does a great Rasta man.
I would imagine he would. Yeah. We may have, again, none of us remember anything that we've done on this show. I think we might have talked about Neil. This sounds not unfamiliar to me. We've certainly talked about similar situations to Neil.
We do a lot of seal stuff for sure. Any sort of grumpy animal. And I feel like seals they tend to be grumpy a lot. Seals are an animal that end up like somewhere they're not really supposed to be, and then they're like acting like you're the asshole about it, you know? I feel like you get a lot of like seals on a boardwalk, and then they're like screaming.
Outside dogs and cats, who do you think is the most famous, like, what animal pops the most?
Ooh. What's the monkeys are big. I mean, you got like a monkey is that's an event, and you got Sam, the famous monkey who plays Dunstan, and Dunstan checks in. I mean, I think that that's a pretty big pop.
Jing Jing, the one-armed macaw, the fat macaw with one arm.
Yeah. I tried to show people Jing Jing last night. I was trying to show them on YouTube. If you're not familiar with Jing Jing, it's a one-armed monkey that they feed her bad stuff. She's not supposed to have this stuff, like popsicles. And then she got really fat, and she's like not looking great. And so they try to feed her good food now, but she's got a taste for the bad stuff. So she they give her like a bowl of like mixed foods, and it's got like broccoli in it, but also stuff that she likes that's candy or whatever. And she throws all the broccoli away, and she's not doing well, but she's having a good time. And I tried to show people videos, and they only were it was chronological. It was all the early videos where they're still feeding her stuff she's supposed to have, and it was just like people are like, "What's the thing here?" And I'm like, "Get to when they give up and give her like chocolate milk, and that's
right.
Give her the juice boxes.
They're giving her cigarettes now. And no, I mean, but yeah, she's just got a good look. But no, I mean, in terms of actual, I mean, we just lost. What was his name? The hamburger ape.
Kanzi.
Kanzi away this year.
Hamburger. We watched that too. Highly recommend.
I mean, I guess Coco would be one, right?
Who is the internet one that got killed like 10 years ago?
Oh, Harambe.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Coco Reasonable Birkenbag. What's that tweet? Who is that? Tom Walker?
Jealousy Professor, yeah.
Jealousy Professor.
Coco Birkenbag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I think because Kanzi too, as well as Jing Jing, also was taken away from someone because they were giving him like cheeseburgers, right, and like bad food. I feel like they're so human, you can't help but give them treats, and then it's really bad for them.
It's just I mean,
hamburger.
These guys are. It's like they're
Kanzi's on the pod, guesting.
It's on Kanzi iPad.
Hamburger. Yeah, they do be giving monkeys cigarettes. I don't think as much now as they did. They were giving them a lot. I feel like it was kind of a photo op for a while to give a monkey a cigarette. But how much do they have to train them, or do they just know?
They just know. They want the smoothness. You know, they want to be in a flavor country.
They've got the lighter. You think you're gonna have to give them a lighter, but they got one actually. Give them a cigarette, and he pulls out like an old Zippo.
There's blasting cigs.
Marine Corps insignia on it.
Yeah.
Like, did you serve? Did you serve, bro? Yeah.
Yeah. So this seal. They gave him a break, and I guess the race went off as intended, more or less. But it was a. They had to make a little space around him, which I think is good. But you don't want to mess with these guys. Get too close. You know, they will probably make some kind of a horrible like honking noise as they kind of run at you. Kind of a honking bark. So,
yeah.
Shout out to Grumpy here.
Grumpy the seal.
Number 4.
Why are we punching? Who are we punching? Shelby's going in timeout. There's been punching. And number 4 this week. This comes to us from Bookmark 19 in the Discord, and this is a story about in Germany. There is a spot I'm trying to figure out because I've been to one of these types of places in Germany, and I'm trying to figure out if this is the one I was at. But I was there while I was on a beer tour of Munich, so I was, not like absorbing as much information as was totally possible. And I had recently rid a bike into a bush because it was a it was a beer tour on bikes, which they knew what was going to happen. But this is a spot in Germany. Germany, not generally known for its surfing, mostly known for its world wars, participation in, I think, to most people. But they do surf. They do love to ride the waves. But obviously not
really leisure is not that kind of leisure is not what you think of. Fairly or unfairly. That's correct. It's sort of ruthless efficiency. In any number of things. Making cars. That sort. Who knows? Whatever.
Yeah, like surfing is the activity of the slacker. Canonically is this the shock a hand, whoa, whatever, that's what they're always saying, whoa, whatever, and they're having chili dogs and stuff. And Germany
sucking on a chili dog by the Tasty Freeze, but the German version.
Yeah, I imagine about half of Germany working in like a wind tunnel, like doing that thing where they carve down a clay model to make something more aerodynamic. That's what I think like half the jobs in Germany are. These guys are hanging 10. But where they surf obviously is not the ocean. They've set up a wave machine in just sort of it's a river, but it's not even a wild river. This is a river inside a park. So it's like, you got sidewalls, there's like walking paths around here. It would be like setting up a wave machine in like Central Park and like that lake that the hot duck lived on, the Mandarin duck. And yeah.
Which sounds pretty gnarly.
Which would be cool.
You can't do that to the hot duck, though. Give him a break.
Yeah. This is where they go and they surf there, and it's basically a lip. I believe there's like a lip in the cement or whatever that forms like a rideable wave, and they go surf there, and they are all furious because apparently on Christmas or in October they cleared away accumulated sediment, gravel, and debris from the riverbed, and this unfortunately destroyed the tube. The hot surf. What are surfing slang for a good wave? The peaks. I'm not a surfer, so
let's see.
The waves.
Surf slang for a good wave includes. This is the Google AI overview, so you know it's good and real. Going off, firing, epic, macking, cranking, off the hook, or describing them as
this weekend.
Glassy. I'm going off and cranking, firing this weekend. I'm stoked about...
I'll believe.
I'm stoked about cranking off the hook. That's the kind of thing you say. Cowabunga, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they to segue right back in, the news story here says the surfers may have been stoked, but the city was not, which actually does seem backwards. It seems like maybe this is also wrong. So the surfers have they put in. Good God, this may be. I don't think this is AI written, but this is like this fucking news story is written like Rashomon. All right, there's like this is like fucking House of Leaves, dude. Yeah. I can't follow what the fuck.
I'm reading
is
it
the
too
order
and
of
having
events.
A similar problem.
You have to like jump back paragraphs and like there's like there's not literal footnotes. I'm glad you're also feeling this because I was like, am I just going crazy?
It's like, what a twist! It's like a twist. This is supposed to be a public interest kind of
Yeah, that's not how I remember it. So this is that the debate was that I don't know if like the default thing that it created waves was gone, and then the surfers put in like a beam. They dropped in they put something in beaver style. They built their own dam of sorts or a beam in there that would make the waves come back again, and then that beam was cleared because the city hates surfing apparently. And so now they are in this whole standoff. The fire department moved in early Sunday morning, which would have been New Year's almost. Just a mean thing to do on the holidays in general. And gotten rid of it. And okay, so here's something that seems relevant. This was done because someone died there, which, that's the contract you make when you decide to ride the waves. That's the contract you sign.
Jesus.
So,
wow.
Look, that's part of the life. Surfing.
These other countries doing this bullshit where someone dies and they try and fix it. I don't know if I'm into that as an American.
Yeah, I think it's also like it's a little darker because surfing deaths usually it's like in a big off the wave of the century or whatever. It's a little darker when someone gets like caught in a river in the middle of a public park and everyone's watching it. That's probably not as good. So that was what they got rid of. They cannot tolerate impermissible structures of the iceback wave. So it looks like someone died at the little weird surf spot, and now the surfers are like, we still want to be able to surf. And the city's like, we're just not going to let people die in the middle of a public park because that's, no matter how groovy it may be, this is not a trade-off we're willing to make. And so I'm trying to figure out if this is the one I've been to or if this is common across multiple, because I know there's one like this in Munich that I was at, and I will say it seemed very dangerous because it's not that the waves are big, but that wave wasn't particularly huge, but it's in a cement, concrete, like aqueduct situation. So I feel like if you bail, you're just hitting concrete because there's not a lot of water. It's like you don't get the famous surfing movie shot where you like hit the surface and then it's like you underwater all of a sudden. And if you're Brad Pitt in Snatch, Golden Brown by the Stranglers starts playing after he gets punched or whatever, you just land hard on poured concrete.
No, you didn't do this. You think you saw the area.
Oh, no. Well, I more than think I saw the area.
Okay.
This wasn't, I'm sure this wasn't a hallucination. I have witnesses. Theirs is like coming out of a sluice or something, some sort of city. But this is in Germany's landmark English Garden, which still does not say what city that is. So, very confusing by itself. The English Garden of Germany.
Frankfurt.
Pick a country.
Frankfurt.
Okay. So then seems like there's multiple of these across Germany where people are.
Oh no, never mind. It's Munich. Never mind. The date
okay, so I've been here.
The date line is Frankfurt. Yes. Okay. All right. Yep.
Yeah. So I've been to this exact place then. I remember being here. Nobody died when I was there. No one got trapped. And then if you look in this photo, the people at home might not be able to see it, but it's winter, so there's not a lot of foliage, but you can kind of see in the top right, there's like a dead, dying bush or whatever, and that's the bush I crashed a bike into when I was there. So a little bit of my own stamp.
How did you like your time in Munich?
It was fantastic. I expected not to like it because I think just as a Jew going to Germany, you're like, you don't want to like it. Mm-hmm. You kind of want to be like, not so great. I don't know what you guys were, why are you so mad? But I liked it all. I was only there for like 24 hours. We went around to the beer gardens and then stayed in a hostel called like the Pink Pig or something, and then took off. But I would actually this is no longer bits or whatever. We went to a couple places because once you're in Europe, you can take the train for really cheap from country to country. I wish that we had more days in Munich, but
I went to Frankfurt, Berlin, and Cologne, and pretty nice. I don't drink, and they really treat you like a asshole if you don't drink.
Yeah,
it's like kind of. I thought that was kind of a stereotype.
Get him out of here!
Every waiter was like. Every waiter was like very condescending. You'd order like water and they'd be like, oh, okay. It's kind of like, pussy. The pussy wants a water. All right. Yeah. It's just like, God damn. Like right to my face.
No, did you want pussy drink? Yeah. It's like that. The reverse of the guy in The Departed where you order water and they smash your head on the countertop. Yeah. What were you saying, Patty?
I was going to say Berlin. Did you make it into Berghain? How was the line? Was that the big centerpiece of the Berlin trip? Was to get into Berghain?
What's Berghain?
Berghain is the famous club in Berlin because Berlin is like club
is that
city.
is that the like sex club Berlin thing?
I don't think it's a sex club, but
it's
people definitely
like adjacent. They have there's some stuff in there, I think. Yeah, but it's like the it's like the considered to be like the hardest door in the world, basically.
Yeah,
like of
and they don't
any place.
It's like you go to if you're at all in into
think
partying.
think of like the
Matrix,
like the beginning of the Matrix when he goes to the club and they're playing Dragula. That's like that's my vision of what Berghain is like, basically.
Yeah, it's a way to test yourself, because it's like one guy that's run the door for years and years and years, unless he died and was replaced. But it's one guy, and you can't like bribe them. There's no, as far as I know, there's no like bottle service hack at Berghain. You just have to wait in line and then go up to this huge German dude who literally like up and down you, and then he goes like, he's like, yeah, or like no, and then if you know, it's just like you're just fucked. It's like a pilgrimage for people who want to be told if they're officially cool or not. It's their thing.
Oh, and it's
man on the mounts.
It's male only.
No. It's unisex. It's a unisex club.
Well, that's not what Wikipedia is telling me, unless I'm spelling it incorrectly.
No, I think it's just I think it started as I think more of a gay thing, but I think it's just kind of like now become a hedonist type scene. There is again, you're talking about, it's about being cool. It's not about being rich. Famously, Elon Musk not allowed in, if you can believe that, for not being cool, which is crazy.
That doesn't seem right.
Although he claims that he didn't go in because the word peace was written on the wall, which I think is very believable and makes sense. This bouncer looks pretty intimidating.
It's the guy, right, with the crazy tattoos all over his face and stuff?
Sven Marquardt. Yeah, he looks, he's pretty intense looking.
Sven, it's Farquaad. Farquaad runs the door.
Farquaad. Just rolling up in like cargo shorts and a hoodie and being like, hey, dude, my friends are inside. I got to meet my friends. Can I do like a
straight from the office to Berghain?
Yeah. I got where can I leave my backpack? It's got my laptop in it.
Come into Berghain with my work laptop. Hey man,
pleated khakis and a button down, and just being like, I'll do can I do like a bar tab? Do you guys have food? Can I eat? Can I eat here? I don't know.
I gotta eat.
Yeah. Maybe you get in. Maybe that's a part of the mix they want to have in there. You know.
I don't know if this is too far afield, but when I was in Amsterdam, I went to the sex show that Lizzo got in trouble with, where she made like all her dancers eat like a banana out of a lady's vagina.
Yes, that was all that was all the lawsuits or whatever, which I think have all been dropped. Yeah, right. Yes,
it's tamer than you think. Is
it the one with like the elephant like in the like, what is it? I'm just Googling here. Casa Rosso. Is that right? Does that sound right?
Maybe.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah. I have not been to any, for the record. I'm going to make that very clear.
I wonder if sex shows are just like, because we all have infinite porn all the time now online. I wonder if it's just like not as crazy, because back in the 50s, a guy with a fucking, like crew cut, and he's like, my God, that's a vagina. Like, now it's just like,
the one I went to
porn I can smell, which isn't good.
Was weird. Because a thing, this seems obvious in retrospect, but you realize watching any sex thing, it's all about like someone's coming. Like, that's what you want. And if you just watch two people like have sex, but they're like, on all these pills, and it's not leading to anything, and at some point you're just like, this is kind of weird. Like, they're just flipping each other over and doing, but there's no goal.
It's like the reverse of perverted, where it's just like it's taken all the pleasure out of this. Yeah,
it's like watching a movie without an ending. You're just kind of like, I guess that was. Those scenes were nice, but I don't know what we were building to.
That's certainly the third act of sex. Yes. Is someone coming, I guess,
or not. But even stuff sometimes that's a twist ending that I've been a part of. Yeah,
that's what I saw interviews back before. I don't know why there's this new thing where like there's a bunch of podcasts where it's clearly just some like creep that launched a podcast that's like supposedly about interviewing adult entertainment people, but it's just like clearly a fucking creep dude who's like, I want to talk to the ladies from the videos I watch. But before that, it was probably some like legitimate interview, and it was porn actors and actresses talking about how that's the set. They were like, porn sets are not like hot. They were like, everyone's, they put the shot in their winky to keep it nice and attention. The nice. Winky. Hey, can we get a shot of your winky there? The director. Let's get a close up on the winky.
It's going to retire here. That's
yeah. But now they use shots, so like it's not even like, oh, he's turned on. It's like, no, he's just got like a shot and he's just standing there at attention. And they have to take a lot of breaks for like camera. I mean, if you've ever been on a set, any sort of set, or like filming a sketch, it takes forever. Mm-hmm. And so it's just like, it just feels like you're on a film set that smells fucking horrible, where even in the business, they were like, it smells crazy in there. You don't even understand how crazy it smells.
Yeah. Well, one thing you could do if you're in Amsterdam is you could go to, I'm seeing here, something called the 5D porn cinema. So I don't know what the fifth dimension that they're offering is. I mean, time is the fourth, sort of colloquially. Fourth. So the fifth dimension that they're offering from a porno perspective here.
Fifth is just tits or something like that.
Yeah. Like, the tit dimension. The dimension that Josh Hartnett goes to.
It's basically like
with Shannon Sossaman.
It's basically just. Well, that's a good reference there. It's basically watching. It's Interstellar, where he's in the bookcase, but it's just porno happening. That's all. It's just yelling, Murph, don't leave, Murph, and then there's just, they're doing.
That made me feel good watching that in the theater.
Getting spaghettified at the porno theater.
I mean, also like,
it's like he's talking to me.
Oh my God, it's you. You're Murph. Also, conceptually, like, having been to at least one, were you there, Eli, when we went to the 4DX John Wick? Was that what that was?
Yeah,
it was you, me, and Chase, right? And we were
I kept turning Chase's water effects on when he wasn't looking.
Yeah, have you been to a 4DX?
I've surprisingly not been. I think I'm waiting for the sweet spot of a movie that like I don't give a shit about. So if it ruins it, I'm not bummed.
So no movies are coming out that you don't give a shit about at the moment?
No, but you're like, but the sweet
the
spot,
Avengers are too important to me.
The sweet spot of giving a shit enough to pay money, but not too much of a shit that that's a tough sweet spot.
We saw John Wick 2, which I was excited about when it came out, and I will say that like as somebody who wanted to pay attention to the movie, having to like be on my guard that somebody was going to start getting me sprayed with water throughout the whole movie, it does sort of put a little bit of a. But it's a good bit. It's funny. But anyway, so the 4DX is like the chair moves. There are scents, I believe, and there's stuff that sprays you. Not exactly what the last two things, especially in a porno context. Not exactly. I don't think.
It really puts you in like. You think it's going to be cool, and then you're like, oh, I'm playing the role I don't want to play in this. When you get sprayed at the end, and you're like, wait, was I the other person? I just my fantasy was that I was that guy.
You're just you're playing the role of the close-up camera guy having a shitty day at the office. That's what you get to do.
Yeah. To be fair, 4DX Defenders, you can turn the water effects off. There's a button. But then if you're sitting next to me, I'm going to keep turning them back on because it's funny to me. But I do remember the water is like extra gross. Because you don't really need to be.
How often are they cleaning the pipes?
Exactly.
And tubes?
It's like it's like standing water from the movie theater.
Like it's
reservoirs?
like you're supposed to clean the humidifier every like 45 seconds. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like this, I don't think they're doing it as frequently as they would need to keep that water from
Humidifiers are a scam with big dish soap. All right, trying to get me to clean that thing constantly. It's not a humidifier. Mine it's a mold grower that.
Yep, there you go. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, look, you have to clean it all the time, and it's really hard to get into lots of parts of it. So it's really a win-win for everybody. And the result is you just breathe in mold all the time. That's the way you really get the job done.
Yeah.
So
it's good for everybody. Anyway, it's these surfers. One of them died, and they took away their surf spot, and now they're in a fight about it.
Yeah,
who am I rooting for here? I don't even know, really.
And apparently, when there's like a little ridge that makes a big wave, a good wave, that is what a point break is. So I learned something today, actually. So that's kind of what that was in the river, in a way.
That's why they're getting rid of it. They're worried that it will nurture young bank robbers.
They're worried that Anthony Kiedis is going to show up and pick a fight with you. You know, and you can't have that. On this week's bonus, we were going to talk about another story, but instead we spent the entire time going through a bunch of exorbitantly priced domain names for common and not so common words, and we talked about which ones we'd want to buy.
So if you want to hear that and get ad-free versions of all of our regular episodes and tons of X bonus episodes, well, there's still bonus episodes, but from their past, go to patreon.com/whatatimepod. Or maybe some other new domains once we finish collecting money. What even are we?
Let's do number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen. It's getting toasty in the laugh zone as Murph Dog is bringing straight fire today. Turntable.
Number 4.
It's getting toasty in the laugh zone. Number 3 comes to us from Hamburger.
That's what I say when I walk into Brigane. Ooh, toasty in the laugh zone, huh?
Well, you know, the sort of hack road dog comedian outfit might be considered fashionable. You know, you show up looking like Bruce Chandling. You know, you might be
like Vinny Donianier. Yeah. What is his name? Donnie Donianier.
Donnie Donianier. With a hot dog.
Bennett, hugely underrated. Just like in general, is such a fucking funny dude.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Hello, or whatever he's, he's got the hot dog, which would be a Frankfurter. So there you go.
Yeah.
So this is the
He's got like long albino hair.
That's right.
Oh, what a guy! What a guy they made up for that sketch. Looks like the guy who runs the Pit of Despair in The Princess Bride, and he's got a hot dog. Oh, anyways,
right. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's an SNL sketch. It was cut for time and then got popular online, and then they ran it into the ground. I think is that basically right? I think that's a good summary of that. Number 3 comes to us from Hamburger Hinder, as I said before, and it's I have to say, just from the headline alone, I was a little bit more excited about this. So sorry for the letdown in advance, folks. But the headline here is "Ancient Caribbean Cave Reveals Bees That Lived Inside Bones." Now,
wow, that is a hell of a headline.
That sounds sick. And, then you think about it for like 2 seconds and realize that there's no way that it would really, they're not bones of the living is what I'm saying. Because I was thinking like, man, I got bees in my damn bones here. But there's a lot of reasons why that wouldn't really work for a living creature.
Except the Candyman.
Well, he's got bees in his bones.
Have
that's correct. Yeah. So, be sure to make sure, check behind your mirror in your bathroom.
You familiar with the Candyman, John?
Yes. I don't, weirdly never saw the original, saw the new one.
Okay.
Wasn't crazy about it.
Original's good. I mean, Tony Todd is kind of irreplaceable as a freaky guy. So they got these bees, and basically they found them in Hispaniola in the Caribbean, and it was a fossilized jawbone of it appears to be a capybara-like rodent. Okay, we got a lot of information here. Wow. Okay, they found bees. Generations of ancient solitary bees made a home within the tooth holes of this jawbone. So, like, I'm picturing now just like one bee, like the Sleepy Time bear, like just like chill, like in that little spot, as opposed to like a hive. But I guess that's how bees used to be. I don't know.
If they say solitary, like, do they mean just like one hive worth? Because I read that and I think of also one bee that's like this is a rent stabilized apartment that's being like, there's one bee in there, and then he dies and hands it off, and then they get the little jawbone apartment.
Good news, beekeeping.com, only $100,000.
Oh, that's a good deal. See, so okay, we have to keep that one in mind. So these bees were living in the bones, bees and bones, and the jawbone. They've traced how the jawbone likely got there. It was most likely transported to the cave in the grasp of an owl. And then it basically ripped the capybara to shreds and discarded its jawbone. So pretty rough for that guy. Yeah.
Jawbone transported by the owl. Rest of the capybara-like creature not transported by the owl. Killed and left by the owl somewhere else. They do have those big clutching talons to carry stuff around.
Yeah, they found so this is like a new species of bee, I guess, a burrowing bee. So yeah, I don't know. This is wow. What are these bees, man? They're getting creative here. But this is their like generational home, and each one's got their own little kind of plot of land, so to speak, I guess.
I will say that does make it more ominous to me that they found a new bee that, if given its, druthers, would like to live in your jaw. Like it does like that. So I'm not a big. We don't need new bees right now. I mean, I guess we're running out.
We do need new bees, actually. Yeah. So
we need more of the old. We need more of the old bees. I don't want new brands of bee.
These bees seem huge. I mean,
How do we got a size? We got a size.
I mean,
on the bees.
It could be I'm dumb and the picture's just zoomed in. I will admit that is a possibility, but
man, I saw a documentary. These ants are as big as horses, man. They're big, fill up my whole TV screen. Sorry to make that person Southern. I'm trying to break that habit. Yeah, well, that's not good either. To know. So these bees, were they in there when they found them, did they say? Or this is like, they were like, we think a bee was in here.
No, these are they're like bees, like, let's see, what are they, like generations of bee cells. They found bee cells. So,
yeah.
Bees nesting cells. Like cell, like a, I think it's like like how the holes in the honeycomb, like type deal. Not like a cell, like a, from the mitochondria is the powerhouse of that's they're trace fossils. Nice.
If they make honey and you live in your mouth and make honey all the time, that'd be a sweet treat.
These are well, that's true. As long as you don't have sensitive teeth.
Yeah. Well, you don't got them anymore because it's all bees. So that's a trade-off.
Just showing up to the dentist and it's like, okay, they're making honey in there. You got to do something about this. Like, sorry, boss.
Yeah,
we worked out an arrangement.
You can go ahead and skip the back right molar. That is a bee. A bee's in there.
Man, so you think you're getting yelled at by the hygienist before? Try having bees make honey in there. Yeah, you're gonna get
Don't even try to floss that.
The full treatment.
It's gonna bleed, and the bee's gonna attack. It's gonna be everything.
Doesn't matter what you do. It's like, no, I've been flossing every day. It's like you have bees living in your mouth making honey and.
Yeah, get all the plaque out from between the bees.
I'm doing everything you said. And then, to quote a Luke Monis bit, the dentist comes in, takes 2, goes, looks good, and then leaves. And that's the way. Hygienist calls you a piece of shit for an hour and tortures you. And then the dentist is like, nice, see you in 6 months. And that's it. That's going to the dentist.
Yeah.
So that's, that's what's going on with these bees.
New bee dropped.
New old bee. Yeah, let's do number 2. There's not much else to say.
Feels like I'm watching one battle after another the way I need to keep an eye on this Shaun.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Number 2.
Feel like that drop may have been made a while ago, and then maybe a new name inserted. References 2 things from roughly Thanksgiving time.
Well, that is keeping an eye on this Shaun Penn, I suppose. Yes, I think that's maybe the not his name in the film, obviously, but yeah, wow, that's the classic.
I have still not seen the one battle after another. I don't even know what they're getting into in that, but seems like a lot.
A lot of antics.
Yes, yeah. Definitely a lot of antics. I've seen that the one guy dances a bit. Benicio del Toro dances in a road, and that's all I know about it. But
it's mostly
to that.
2 hours and 40 minutes of that.
Yeah, doing a little. I'd go see a 2 hours and 30 minutes of guy doing a cool dance. But yeah, so this story comes to us from Just a Festive Cat in the Discord. And this is a story I think we can all probably relate to a bit. There was a theft in New Jersey at a New Jersey guitar store. No guitars were stolen. Don't worry. They're safe. People can still go in there and noodle around and hope that somebody asks them about, really just have a conversation with them because they're not seeing a lot of people. That's kind of the vibe of if you're ever to a guitar store, the people that play in there, just like kind of trying to talk to somebody. And the guitar's a way to do that. Not to get real sad about it, but Guitar Center on 14th Street, kind of a dark place, both physically and emotionally. But You want to hear a divorced dad just ripping bad to the bone? Get to the Guitar Center on 14th Street ASAP. But yeah, so there was a theft here. It was not guitars. It was something that I have to assume is a much smaller part of their profit, which is mandolins. They also sell mandolins. You know mandolins, even if you don't think you. If you ever seen somebody playing something with a weird curl on it that looks like something a bard would have, and you're like, is that a lute? I don't think so. That's a mandolin. It's kind of like a lumineer type instrument, I think. It's kind of a stomp clap centerpiece.
Yeah. Is Losing My Religion, is that mandolin?
Does REM have a mandolinist?
I believe the term is Mandalorian.
Yeah, exactly. Baby Yoda going off on the mandolin.
It might be mandolin. Yes, it developed from a mandolin riff improvised by the guitarist. Correct. So good call there.
Yeah, so I guess maybe a lot of guitarists, maybe mandolins really do fill a hole here where guitarists like to have a mandolin around for
It's like a little guitar. It's not quite a ukulele, but it's in between. That's basically what we're dealing with here.
Well, it's got that crazy double string thing going on that always throws me for a loop, where there's like two strings so that down picking and up picking are different strings, and it just seems way too complicated, unnecessary. So someone stole two mandolins from this guitar store. I don't know how. I'm trying to find the cost. Oh yeah, because this is the thing. Stealing mandolins or whatever. I'm trying to figure out my own, narrative order here. So someone stole them. Thankfully, they were returned with a note written on, in just a phenomenal twist to sort of like trying to guess who did this, written on graph paper. Which only 8th graders have, as far as I know. Like,
yeah.
Don't know.
I don't think I've seen graph paper since I was in 8th grade.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you're an architect, obviously, or something, or an interior designer. But otherwise, graph paper and TI-83 plus graphing calculators are like a huge part of your life for like 2 years. And then you never see them again.
I mean, I still have my TI-83 because I still play a lot of Drug Wars, personally.
Yeah.
But that's...
You got it.
And you like to text us boobies with it upside down.
That's correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I found my TI-83 Plus when I was home for Christmas in a drawer. I was going to rock some Drug Wars. I should have booted it up. The charger's probably proprietary and like connects to a type of outlet that doesn't exist anymore or something.
Right.
Yeah. I was in there missing important parts of my education playing a really slow version of Doom on my graphing calculator.
You gotta.
Yeah. So the mandolins were returned with a note written on graph paper in red pen. So this has got to be a geometry teacher. Just like, look, here's my detective recommendation. Geometry teacher, red pen, graph paper. Go check him out. And the mandolins were returned, and the note says, "Sorry, I've been drunk. Merry Christmas. I've been drunk."
Been drunk.
And then under that written is, so that's all caps. And then under that is written in traditional capitalization. And I'm trying to figure out if the store wrote this, but I don't think they have the same pen. It says, "You are good, man." So I'm wondering if it seems like he put the note and then the store like wrote "You are good" and then hung it outside to be like, all is well, well received.
And no one has a red pen though. I think that
they're tightly controlled.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like a red felt marker. Like, one of those like with the felt tip pen, That's what I'm imagining.
Felt tip pens feel top 5 like writing experiences. Really got to get my hands on one of those again. A nice smooth one before the tip's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Know what to get you next Christmas.
Yeah. Didn't get me anything this year. Just because we haven't seen each other in a while.
I was waiting for a nice hint like the red felt pens.
Calling you out of nowhere and blatantly hinting at a gift I seem to want. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's not a felt. It's like a red ballpoint pen. But yeah, red ballpoint pens. It's like the ink they use to print money. It has to be tightly controlled. Otherwise, everyone will be editing essays. You have to keep that, under control. So yeah, he'd return the two mandolins. And here's what I think is very like funny to me about this. And just as someone who used to be drunk and get into hijinks, like I get it. I'm guessing maybe the store was unlocked or something. They forgot to lock up. Seems like the sort of thing that would happen. Or it's just as they have video of him shoving them under his parka, which, man, parka, look, you don't want to like profile anybody based on what they're wearing or anything, but if you walk into a store with a parka, like thing style, everyone knows what you're doing. You're walking in with a snorkel coat, you're shoplifting. Like that's what's happening.
You have to keep that unzipped the whole time you're in here. You can zip it up on your way out.
Yeah. So this guy shoved 2 mandolins in his, and here's the thing. If you're drunk and you're going to steal something, mandolins are funny. Like that's a funny thing to steal. And it feels almost like I can see the drunk logic behind it. Look at someone who worked security at an Urban Outfitters in high school. Like it's almost something that's funny enough that if you got caught, you could explain it was a joke. Like if it's an expensive guitar, there's no way you're talking your way out of that. But if it's a mandolin, you're like, funny, right? I was going to take a mandolin. So I took that. But I was curious, and my curiosity was validated in the story. The problem is shit like mandolins are, however expensive you think a mandolin is, like quadruple it. Anything that is like a genuine wood, they're so fucking expensive. Anything like that. I'm trying to think of the equivalent, but it's like, because other stuff, but just like anything that has to be crafted like that. Because I watch those videos on YouTube there's a weird guy who plays the hand pan, which is kind of like a steel drum situation that you hit with your thumbs and stuff. And I was like, oh, those seem like fun. Maybe I'll see what they cost just for some me time. And they started at like $1,400. And it really also changed how the view the videos.
So many Christmas ideas for you.
Yeah, get me a hand pan. So he took these 2 mandolins. And then, unfortunately, the value of the mandolins were, there were 2 of them. One was worth $3,500, $3,500. The other was worth $4,250. So this guy immediately racked up. I don't know, Patty, do you know offhand the breaks for larceny? Because that seems like you're
probably
approaching felony territory.
Depends on the local laws, but yeah, I think if you're in the multiple thousands, you're probably flirting with some actual, actual time.
This isn't like a Little Debbie Swiss rolls in the coat pocket situation. This is like, accidentally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they took it out. They stole it. They put the video up and said how to steal 2 mandolins at the same time. Be on the lookout for this criminal in the Gibson F12 and Weber Yellowstone. These are apparently very good mandolins. And then he saw, so the guy just brought them back and went to the front door and put them back in shopping bags with the note. And so they saw him drop them off with the note. They kind of like half-ass pursued him, and then he just took off, and they were like, okay, whatever. We got the mandolins, so we'll leave it. And then here's the thing, though. This ABC News or whatever, they got to bring this fucking guy in. So this seems like it's been resolved amicably. The mandolins are back. They seem to be fine. This guy apologized. And then they go, Christopher Kirchner, captain of investigations for the Teaneck Police Department, told ABC News they're investigating the crime but haven't made arrests. Anyone with information can call the Teaneck Police Department. If you are calling with information on this, you are the world's wettest fucking noodle, man.
You gotta dime this guy out.
Anyone with information, it's get a life. Case closed. It's back. Yeah. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Even chasing the guy is like, what do you? This is the best case scenario here.
Just hitting the unsolved mysteries theme and getting Robert Stack. Do you have any information about the whereabouts of this thief of these 2 mandolins, which were returned unharmed pretty much immediately after they were stolen? Once he noticed,
unsolved mysteries, I think, was like the scariest thing for me as a kid, more so than like horror movies.
Oh yeah.
What about it? Just that they were unsolved.
They were unsolved. So, like, he would always end it with, like, keep in mind, that guy could be in your area. And then
the music was scary. Yeah. They could be around. I mean, again, I have said this before, I was convinced between that and I think a Time Magazine article that Andrew Cunanan was going to kill me for some reason. Somehow
he was in pursuit. Of a how old Patrick Monahan?
Yeah, I would have been like 10. I don't even know when, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's leaving the Versace mansion and coming up to my house to kill me for some reason.
He is tracking 10-year-old Patrick Monahan. Noting your daily schedule in order to isolate and kill you.
This guy's going down.
Yeah, this is a crazy banger of a theme, though. This and Forensic Files both. I was also going to say, as someone who's watched a lot of Unsolved Mysteries, the thing is... Okay. Sorry, I was like cranking up for a second there. A lot of them are solved, and they just can't...
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Like a lot of a bunch of them are solved, but they don't have the evidence to convict because they're like we don't know who did it, and then they interview it's like a woman and then who died, and then they interview her husband who's like so mad he's shaking and like throws a plate while they're talking to him, and then they're like, we'll never know who killed her.
Anything could have happened. And it's a shame because they were so close to getting divorced. It's just like, she was ready to leave. And he was fine with it, as he's told us through gritted teeth. Yeah.
There's one where they talked to the guy and he was like clutching the urn with her ashes and like talking about it like Gollum talks about the ring. He was like, now she'll never get away from me. And they were like, anyways, this crime is unsolved. And so, if that makes you feel any better, less scared. That they do know who did it, they're just not in jail.
He's still scared now. That's a key part of this, is that he is actually still, he watches the new ones on Netflix and he's like,
And then the new ones on Netflix, they do like UFOs, and it's
they do.
I mean, I guess that's technically an unsolved mystery, but that's like pretty wild.
Yeah, you can't do like the JFK thing in Unsolved Mysteries. It has to be like a creepy guy who killed a couple people.
Yeah. Unsolved Mysteries, the tomb of Alexander the Great. It's like, this isn't really your wheelhouse.
Like, you don't really like UFOs. Like, I don't necessarily want it to be solved in the same way that you want like someone who's on the lam to be captured, like who's been, like it's not really. It's like, it was nothing. So continue to not believe in anything beyond the earth that
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Also,
cool,
even as a kid, even as a dumb kid, it's inherently less scary because Episode 8 of Season 2 Unsolved Mysteries isn't going to be like, there's life beyond Earth. Like, we've cracked it. Like, it's just going to be something spooky happened. No one knows what happened. That's the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm. That's how actually we all find out, and they hold it and don't announce it until this streaming show airs. That's when we're going to find out.
The final episode of Unsolved Mysteries, what happens after we die, and the host takes a cyanide pill on air. And they flatline him. He gets flatlined and tries to tell us. Is it
still Robert Stack in the new one?
He is long dead.
Okay.
No.
Well, that would be what would be more of an unsolved mystery than a dead man hosting new episode.
How is it still Robert Stack? No, I don't think there is like a. I'm trying to remember.
The way Netflix operates,
I don't think there is
Will
a host
Smith's
now.
voice. Yeah.
They did put out a new one. In the early 2000s, I want to say it was on one of those like cable channels, but it was Dennis Farina was the host, which kind of rocks because he's but it's like, what if Robert Stack was like extremely from Chicago, basically, and that's the vibe that you get there.
Also, Dennis Farina doing
nobody knows where these guys are.
Yeah, it kind of feels like he did it every time. I feel like if it's Dennis Farina, it's like they're gone. It's like you had something to do with it.
Hey, he used to be a detective. Show some respect.
Fucking London.
Don't go to
Bad
London.
Food, worse weather.
Yeah. Don't go to England.
Yeah.
He rocks. R.I.P. So there's no host. So it's more of a.
That's lame. Hire a host.
You gotta hire a guy. You gotta have a guy.
Yeah.
You gotta have a guy in a trench coat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or the guy from the other one where you just walk around a room full of sarcophagi and shit. We're asked those weird questions. Who's the tallest man you've ever seen?
Oh yeah, do like a Riker style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripley's Believe It or Not style. Oh, I guess it was okay. It started as Raymond Burr. I guess I've only ever watched the Robert Stack ones because they had the first season. I guess they had a mix of people, and then Stack just became the guy, basically.
Good gig if you can get it.
That's what everyone. That and then Beavis and Butthead Do America. Those are the two things that I know Robert Stack from. I'm sure there's a much more storied career than that, but that and Tangling with the Boys. That's it.
Quite a history under his belt.
I just want to say this mandolin story represents a classic post. Me absolutely twisted coming home with a load of swords, and me waking up the next day with a room full of swords. That's basically what this story was. That's what happened to this guy. Like, he got home, but he was blackout drunk, and he was just like, oh man, did I steal these? Okay. Where did I get them from? Where do we think? Okay. Mandolin near me.
Yeah. Looking up their website, being like, well, how much? Hopefully I stole some starter mandolins. Hopefully I stole some like first act brand mandolins that aren't going to get me in too much trouble. Oh, word, these are vintage and multiple thousands of dollars. Not ideal. Oof. Quite a day after.
Yeah.
Should we do number one?
Let's do number one.
Y'all know who this is. We're heading into the home stretch, and Shaun is heating up. The Steve Novak of comedy can't miss.
Take 'em back.
And this week's number one reason to say what a time to be alive.
Number one comes to us from Piss Christ in the Discord. And it's finally, there's a chance of Drake being brought to justice. Not for any of the things you might think, given recent pop culture events. But no, this is about a class action RICO suit. And this, you have to give me a second here to catch up because I don't know what half this stuff is.
I maybe should have joked because I do unfortunately know what half this stuff is.
Okay, I'm just going to read the opening paragraph here. So he's been accused in this lawsuit of using the online sweepstakes casino stake.us to boost the play counts of his music across the major streaming platforms. So it's him, and along with online influencer Aiden Ross, who my understanding is should just be kind of jailed based on principle, and then another alleged accomplice named George Wynn. They're accused of using the site's internal transfer features to hide how much money was used to find. I don't understand this stuff. I don't really understand the scam here, but the idea is that they're inflating their play counts, Drake's play counts, I guess, to manufacture popularity and distort playlists and charts, I guess, to get him onto those like algorithmic playlists on stuff. Because I guess Drake does not have enough money. He needs to make the Spotify streaming money as well.
Well, that's the heart of this, I think, as well. This is all alleged. Here's, this is rumors and stuff. But
this is an indictment.
But also, outside of that, heavy rumors that Drake has a massive gambling problem.
Well, like what would give you that impression? Addiction. Some kind of involvement with stake.us, the online gambling casino or a sweepstakes casino?
Or leaks that were like, because sometimes they report out huge bets that don't pay out or whatever, just to like kind of juice gambling sites. They'll be like, check this bet out. And they were like, for a while, it was like, man, Drake keeps putting like hundreds of thousands of dollars on basketball games. I guess this is, so I know what stake.com is horrible. And I guess, is this like rap? Because he's in another lawsuit about these bot counts, which seems to be a different case. Because there's a Spotify artist who's saying that because Spotify, apparently their payments are done share-based. Like they take the total, which seems like a crazy way to do it. They take like the total money to be paid out and then just chop it pie chart style on how much of the listens of the year that you were responsible for. Oh, okay. And so somebody's suing him because he's saying there are a lot of big artists that bought their not view botting, listen botting their stuff, and so it's hurting how much they're getting paid. So maybe he's involved.
So each of these bots makes an account and then streams through the account. I guess that's right.
Wow. It's something I guess is happening on Spotify. So stake.com, unfortunately, I hate to tell you about this, is like this super fucked up gambling. It's Canadian based. You gamble with Bitcoin and shit. You gamble with crypto, and it's straight gambling. And even more, not to say even worse or whatever, it's slots. It's overwhelmingly online slots, which is like, look, you play some craps, you play some poker, at least there's like the semblance of, you have some hand in what's happening. And so it was a huge thing on Twitch. It became like they eventually, I think, had to ban it.
What is this crap? Jesus Christ. This
Stake,
is like,
so dude, it's so nasty. So Stake would get streamers and they would say, hey, play online slots on Twitch. Real gambling on Twitch. But what they would do is Stake would float them like huge bankrolls to gamble with. Basically fake money to gamble with. They'd go like, literally they were giving people like hundreds of $1,000s, be like, just gamble this on stream. And Twitch, a lot of young people watch that. So it very quickly became a thing where it's like, hey, you probably shouldn't be gambling with real money and talking about how fun it is to 13-year-olds all day. And which is what a lot of these like dudes were doing. So all that to be said, Drake, this is 100% something Drake would be involved in. Like, not accusing him, but this is his vibe of like gambling. Fuck it. But I was saying that the listen botting, he probably got the idea because if he did it or whatever, like Twitch has a lot of view botting where, yeah, you just hire and then they just create a bunch of fake computers that just fake watch your stream. And so it's like a big problem over there. But stake.com, so if they're using it for laundering money, which seems to be the allegation here, it is already incredibly purposely cloudy how the money works on that site because it's running in an extremely gray area as it is. My question would be if you're trying to cover up payments, and I mean I don't know about Drake, I don't know, but Aiden Ross is like has trouble like reading. Like he's like very, very like swamp muck level intelligence man. Like if you're gonna try to, why not? You're using Bitcoin on stake. Just pay each other in Bitcoin. Like why involve more records in this? Would be my question for them.
Bitcoin, it's on the blockchain. There's a record.
Oh yeah, right, exactly. My wallet.
Even in a like pulling out a little bit, just the idea. There's so much gambling in society now. It's like the smoking of our time. Like there's going to be documentaries where or just like kids being like, I can't believe that was like your guys' lifestyle. You can't even watch sports without it hearing the money line and like who's going to get the first touchdown. It's like it's insane how just.
But also the players shouldn't do it, by the way. But here's the scumbag.com money line, and make sure you get 600 free bets if you mortgage your house at
and the fact that
anyway,
like,
but don't bet though.
You were saying
players
people
can't bet.
Do it on like Twitch, like it's even just all these things. It's crazy that that's not an obvious like. How are people allowed to do this type scenario?
It's fucked up. It's like I've watched it out of grim curiosity, and it's like some of the gambling streams are like the closest to like a modern rotten.com that it's like bum fights level shit. There's a guy, not to just get real fucking weird at the end of the episode or whatever, but there's a guy who just like, dude, his name is like Big Man John or something, and he just gambles online. He lives in his parents' house, and so he streams from his bedroom in his parents' house, and he just plays slots all day. And he loses a lot of money because that's what happens when you gamble and play slots especially. And then he'll lose all his money, and then he'll beg the people watching to send him some, quote, juice, to juice him, to give him more money to gamble. And then he loses that. So and he punches a lot of holes in the wall. So there's like you can see in the background of the stream, there's a lot of like patched over holes in the wall from that he punched. He's not doing well. He like someone needs to take him away.
He's kind of like a hunger artist. Like he's like this is like, like Kafka has come to life here. This is interesting.
It's crazy to watch. It's like really,
I mean, like, this idea that like, I mean, I guess I don't know, the watching someone gamble doesn't really strike me as very, I mean, like watching like a friend play blackjack at a casino for a little while is like one thing, but like, yeah, to watching like some asshole, play slots, like, I don't really, but I don't understand why anyone does anything, with online stuff. Like it's like, these like streams, 100 million people watching, Kai Cenat or one of those people. Like so it's one of those. I'm the alien here. I'm weird, so I don't know. But
well, it's just it's just like you get to vicariously gamble without risking any of your money. I think it's a thing. So you get to just like celebrate with everybody when but it is truly like slots, and even that because it's such a gray area. Like it doesn't seem to be very closely monitored in terms of like whether they're fair. Like I think you're just hitting a button and it's like there might be some fucking levers around here, but it just takes all the art out of it. Like I don't know, like I don't know, there need to be two words for like gambling and like poker is different than this. They can't be the same thing, even though I know they are. Because this is like degen shit. And
I mean, the cool thing is that like now you can bet on anything with all these like prediction markets that are out there, and that's cool because you can just kind of insider trade with like life. Like that's
right.
Awesome.
Those are things that like it's so obvious to me that I don't know how it's allowed. Like anyone could tell you, like a child could be, even little things of like what color the Gatorade's going to be at the Super Bowl. It's like, well, a guy knows that. So, so why is
the Gatorade guy?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they're monitoring the players' accounts. Are they monitoring Gatorade guys' fucking DraftKings?
And it's fine
account?
if
Probably
you're at a
not.
party and you bet with your friend what color the Gator is going to be because he doesn't have a Gatorade hookup guy who has the intel.
Yeah.
But like otherwise, it's crazy that that's allowed in any mass way. Like it's so obvious.
Yeah, and it's also like, I mean, they can also, these companies can all, I assume, if they think anything's off the way that a casino would or whatever, but these are all international outfits. So you could, but they could just like, not, if you win some crazy bet, they could just like not pay it out. It's like, we don't want to.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do? You sue, they're based in, Monaco or whatever, and you sue them, I mean, good luck. But it's the whole thing. I mean, not to talk about depressing current events, but like less than a week ago, somebody created an account on one of those sites, Polymarket or Kalshi or one of them I saw online, and made a bunch of bets that Maduro would not last through 2026 as the head of the government in Venezuela. Interesting. They made a lot of money. I'm sure there's a ton of oversight as to who's doing that kind of stuff, but it makes one wonder.
There's a bet. I think I talked about it maybe last week. There's already been shit like that too, because there's a bet on one of them, which somebody in our Discord apparently knows enough about finances or whatever, like how they're structured to be legal, is that they're technically all like futures commodities sort of thing. Instead
you're
of
buying
being
futures
gambling.
contracts. I mean, it's all a very thin distinction because, like,
it just makes it easier than to be like, if Maduro is gone, the price of oil or whatever. But there was another one where it was about Russia crossing some sort of invading a city. Would Russia invade this city by such and such time? And the official map that whatever the site was used, like the day that bet needed to pay out, showed Russia very briefly and then invading the city and then retreating according to their lines. And it's like, yeah, so the world is not.
Yeah, I mean, look, and if you can bet on anything, it's like, I'll bet that so and so will be assassinated. Like, if you're the assassin, can they pay you out? Like, is that how you take care of your family? Like, how to what is this world?
Yeah.
As I think to myself a lot, what a world we've created for ourselves, and it's only getting better every
people
day.
Can't leave shit alone, man. Just like let it be. Like the Twitch gambling thing, there was a way to do it, which is the fun way. Which is that a German guy opens Counter-Strike knife crates, and sometimes he gets a knife that's worth a lot of money. And then he's like, was ist das? Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Right, Pokemon cards.
But then they're like, oh, well, if people watch this, maybe they'll watch a guy in his parents' house gambling away all his money on slots that are literally like themed like a gold rush. Like you're watching a guy gamble all like billions of dollars, and it's literally like a flash game where like it's fucking Royal Match.
You're watching them
king.
Play.
Yeah,
it's the king. The king who always gets himself into trouble. Who again, not my problem. Okay,
putting $1 million bet on Kalshi that the king will fall in the lava.
Where is the King's Guard on this? I'm sorry. Like this is what you get for trusting your most scheming vizier. And I'm still recording. We're all still recording, right? Shelby dropped out, so the Zoom is not recording, but we are all still going. I assume he'll be back.
That seems to maybe be a sign, though, that we're getting a little bit in the weeds.
Yeah.
Shelby has disconnected from the Zoom call.
Shelby's had enough. Wow, that was exciting stuff here. But no, I mean, it really is just like, okay, can we gamble on Russian roulette? I'm sure there are sites where that's going on now, but I mean, even like I don't know. It's pretty cool. It is like a, dystopian kind of, near future sci-fi situation. I feel like Strange Days or something is what it kind of feels like. And that's cool. Yeah. I'm glad that we live in that world.
It's cool to be here.
I agree. So with that in mind, I guess we'll do plugs. We'll just go, hey, Shelby, here's where the plug sound goes.
Plugs.
Okay, so plugs. Shaun, Give us that information again.
Yes, got
a
a special coming up. Probably be out by the time you hear this. Long story.
It'll be out tomorrow.
Oh,
tomorrow.
Okay.
Today is January 5th, Monday, so it'll be out tomorrow.
There you go. And at 1 p.m. Mark Norman's YouTube page, Long Story Thin. I have another special on YouTube called Neil. It has the aforementioned raccoon joke on it. Check that out. And follow me on Instagram. I am Shaun Murphy. And thanks for having me.
Thank you for doing the show. You got anything to plug?
Same thing again. I mean, you can follow me on Instagram, Yahoo Toolbar, and then there'll be a post on there about it. But either just go to eliuden.substack.com or read Thud, like the sound effect, and then it'll take you to that thing. Probably because I'll be posting. My goal here is to post a lot less on really a lot of stuff because I don't like being on there, and so that'll be my point of contact.
That's fair. My plug is, I guess, follow the show on whatatimepod.bsky.social. I guess is kind of the main place that we do it now. I know the plug thing says Twitter, but that's kind of outdated. I think I don't think we're really doing anything on there anymore. I mean, as cool as everything is that's going on over there,
yeah,
and as much reach as you have, organically, if you're not posting insane stuff. So
yeah.
Anyway,
you can catch Patty on Twitch. He's just been floated $1 million in stable coins by stake.com, stake.us.
And if I don't double it, they're going to cut my head off. So. Pretty exciting stuff. Chat, check it out. They're going to kill me, chat.
Chat, they're after me. Juice my account, chat. They are after me.
They're breaking in, chat. I hear them. They're at the door.
That's my parents again. They're
chat,
begging
the wolf
me to move
is at
out.
the door. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. And hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.